Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni has criticized the newly crowned Miss World Africa for wearing Indian hair, tweeting a photo with fellow Ugandan Queen Abenaki shortly after her pageant win. He said, "We must show African beauty in its natural form." Asked what Mr. Museveni meant by Indian hair, his spokesman Don Wanyama told the BBC, "Just look at the photo and you will see the type of hair. It's an all-natural wig." He was saying she should wear her natural hair. Many on social media have defended Mrs. Benaki's choice to style her hair as she pleases, and have hit back at President Museveni's comments about Indian hair. Presidential spokesman Mr. Wanyama would not be drawn on whether it was a reference to the hair's texture or its presumed country of origin. India is one of the world's largest suppliers of human hair for wigs. Queen Abenaki told the BBC she agreed with the president about not trying to copy what the Western world does, but added, "It's 50-50. It's for me depending on occasion and how I feel. No one needs to define how you wear your hair and what you do. If you are comfortable, that is what matters." Miss Abenaki said she was the happiest girl on the planet after her pageant victory. She is seen here smiling next to the president. Abenaki is indeed a tall, beautiful Musoka girl. My only concern is that she was wearing Indian hair. I have encouraged her to keep her natural African hair. We must show African beauty in its natural form. Pic. Twitter.com/UB3X60L. End of Twitter post by @Kaguta Some on Twitter took the view that it is wrong to police women's personal choices about their own bodies and how they decide to present themselves. I support the president on this issue. Natural hair brings out the beauty of an African woman. End of Twitter post by @Ironically20. Several other people supported the president, while others still drew attention to his own hairless pate. I support the president on this issue. Natural hair brings out the beauty of an African woman. End of Twitter post by @Ironically20. Abenaki is indeed a tall, beautiful Musoka girl. My only concern is that she was wearing Indian hair. I have encouraged her to keep her natural African hair. We must show African beauty in its natural form. Pic. Twitter.com/UB3X60L. End of Twitter post by @Kaguta. In recent years, black pageant contestants have increasingly spoken out against Eurocentric beauty standards, which favor lighter skin and straighter hair textures. Former Miss United States of America Shawna Barber has been vocal about the colorism she faced in pageants and says there is a need for diversity of appearances and hair textures. Like her, Miss Jamaica 2017 has also competed at pageants with her natural hair. Davina Bennett's Miss Universe appearance won her praise and plenty of fans on the African continent and beyond. Sorry, but Miss Jamaica is my punk universe. Beautiful black gem. Imagine the crown in her hair. Pic. Twitter.com/JFPZ62. End of Twitter post by @Shimane. A poacher has been ordered to watch the Disney film Bambi repeatedly after he was convicted of illegally killing hundreds of deer. Missouri hunter David Barry, Jr., must view the film at least once a month during his year-long sentence. He was arrested in August along with 2 family members for killing the deer, taking their heads and leaving their bodies to rot. Prosecutors said it is reportedly one of the biggest poaching cases in Missouri history. On top of the jail sentence for the illegal deer hunting, Judge Robert George ordered Barry Jr. to view the Walt Disney movie Bambi, with the first viewing being on or before December 23,
2018
and at least one such viewing each month thereafter. During his spell in prison, the 1942 cartoon about woodland creatures shows a hunt to kill the mother of eponymous deer character Bambi. The months-long investigation, spanning several states, led to the arrest of Barry Jr., his father David Barry, Sr., and his brother Kyle Barry. According to a local newspaper, the Springfield News Leader, while the total number of deer taken illegally is unknown, Lawrence County's conservation agent Tandy Barnes said it could be several hundred. Barry Jr. received a year-long sentence in Lawrence County Prison after pleading guilty to illegally taking wildlife. He has also been sentenced to a 1-to-0-day term in Barton County Prison for a firearms probation violation, and both he and his father had their hunting privileges revoked for life by the Missouri Conservation Commission. A popular tourist attraction has become the latest Chinese company to show solidarity with Huawei's chief finance officer, Meng Wanzhou, who was arrested in Canada on 1 December. Shannon Mountain Scenic Park in eastern Hainan province said it would waive the $9.65 ticket fee for anyone carrying a Huawei phone. Ms. Mann, who was given bail in Canada, faces extradition to the United States on charges of breaking Iran sanctions. Her case has upped tensions with China. Use Huawei phones. Shoot grand photos on the mountain. A notice on the Shannon Park's social media account said, "We wish friends around the world who support Huawei's success and bliss." The offer would last until 29 December. The South China Morning Post reported, but it was met with some criticism among China's social media users, who claimed it was discriminatory. Huawei phone owners are being offered other enticements too. They can get a 20% discount at a bar in Beijing. Seen in Beijing, bring a Huawei phone and get 20% off. Similar to this story we covered yesterday. https://QUXL19YPQLPIC. Twitter.com Soccerlof. End of Twitter post by @LuOceanG. At least one firm has threatened to penalize anyone buying Apple products. A few days ago, Manpad Shenzhen-based LED display manufacturer offered subsidies to any employees buying Huawei phones. It also pledged to fine anyone who bought an Apple iPhone. United States prosecutors allege Ms. Mann, 46, used a Huawei subsidiary called Skycom to evade sanctions on Iran between 2009 and 2014. They also allege she publicly misrepresented Skycom as being a separate company from Huawei, and that she deceived banks about the true relationship between the two companies. Ms. Mann, who is the daughter of Huawei's founder, has denied any wrongdoing and said she will contest the allegations. Life of Huawei's high-flying errors. The United States has been investigating the Chinese telecoms giant, the world's second-largest smartphone maker, since 2016, believing that it used Skycom to bring United States manufacturing equipment and millions of dollars in transactions to Iran in violation of sanctions. Ms. Mann's detention comes amid an increasingly acrimonious trade dispute between Washington and Beijing. China is angry at her detention, saying she has not violated any laws. Beijing has threatened severe consequences unless Canada releases the executive. Since her arrest, 2 Canadians, a former diplomat and a businessman, have been detained in China on suspicion of harming national security. United States President Donald Trump said last week that he might intervene in the United States Justice Department's case against Ms. Mann if it would serve national security interests or help achieve a trade deal with China. If I think it's good for what will be certainly the largest trade deal ever made, which is a very important thing, what's good for national security, I would certainly intervene if I thought it was necessary, he told Reuters news agency. Canada reacted by urging Mr. Trump not to politicize the situation. Our extradition partners should not seek to politicize the extradition process or use it for ends other than the pursuit of justice, Foreign Minister Chrystia Freeland said. The United States military says it has killed 62 fighters from the Islamist group Al-Shabaab in 6 airstrikes in Somalia. 4 airstrikes on Saturday killed 32 militants, and a further 2 on Sunday killed 28. It said in a statement. These were the deadliest air attacks in Somalia since November 2017, when the United States said it had killed 100 militants.